now know homicide investigators are working on the case of Kada Scott. She went missing more than a week ago. Yesterday, family and friends searched along streets and in a park in Chestnut Hill.
1,000 billion trillion miles to come find you. We're going to find you. Nobody's giving up. If somebody needs to take a break, somebody always going to step in.
So as of Wednesday, October 15th, there have been some updates in regards to missing 23-year-old Kada Scott. Since her disappearance from her job on October 4th, authorities have been looking into every lead that they receive. Last Friday, they would search the Aubrey Arboretum, a large area spanning about 55 acres, with over 100 cadets helping as they did a grid search. Authorities were led to the Arboretum because of a tip. However, that search yielded no new information. Now, 6 days since that search, authorities have got a bigger lead and will do a press conference to give an update to the community. What they have appeared to uncover may just break the case wide open and hopefully bring Kada home.
Okay. All right. Good morning. Just want to give you an update on the disappearance of Kada Scott, which occurred on October 4th, 11 days ago. I'm going to provide you an update in terms of an individual that is currently in custody for his involvement in the disappearance of Ms. Scott. However, still a lot of work needs to be done. And so just want to make that very clear as to why we are here and the information that you will receive. Essentially letting you know how we have gotten here, but more so the public's help that we need right now. The public has been very, very helpful thus far in providing a lot of information, which the investigators have been able to track down a lot of the leads, which has helped us get to this point here. But as I said, a lot of work still to be done. The number one priority is locating Ms. Scott. I just want to make that very clear. And so while we are at this stage of this now, that's our priority. And so we will ask for your help in locating this vehicle, which you'll get a little more information. It's a 1999 metallic gold Toyota Camry with a Pennsylvania tag of MSX0797, but we need to know where this car is. We need to find this car. Making this very clear, it's not to just focus on the northwest section of the city of Philadelphia. This car has traversed through the entire city. And so I want that to be clear, that every neighborhood, every person listening to this, whether you're in North Philly, South Philly, Southwest, Northwest, please open your eyes and see if you locate this car, or if you have seen this car, please contact us and give us that information. The second part of this is the individual that Deputy Commissioner Venor will provide his information very shortly. Want folks to understand this person has a little bit of a pattern of this type of history. And so we want to encourage anyone that may have been involved with this individual, anyone that may know this individual, please, at this point in time, make that phone call. Feel comfortable enough to call us and let us know if you have any information regarding this person, regarding any interaction you've had with this individual. If you have been a victim of any crime regarding this individual, I want you to understand now is the time to make that phone call and let us know. Give us that information so that we can continue on. Again, just want to make it very clear that a lot of work has been done, starting off with Northwest Detective Division, and then this case shifting over to homicide, making it very clear that the case was shifted to homicide because we have the most experienced investigators in our homicide unit. They have the most experience dealing with all types of investigations. They also have the most resources available to them. And so we have the hopes that we are still treating this as if Ms. Scott is still alive. And that's why we want the public's help in trying to locate every single piece of this. But I just wanted to make that clear because I know there's been some reports once it shifted over to homicide, folks not understanding the why. And so that's the reason behind that. At this point in time, again, appreciate the help that we've gotten. I want to turn everything over to Deputy Venor to go into more details about the individual that has been taken into custody and some other pertinent facts of the investigation.
All right, good morning. Just to reiterate what the Commissioner Stanford said, we've been investigating this since Saturday, October 4th in the evening, the last time Kada Scott was seen at her place of work up in Mount Airy area. Our evidence that we followed, and we did involve a lot of investigators on this, led us to several places that digital evidence. And as everybody knows, we searched a very large area up in the Arboretum, and we came up really with negative results. After that time, we asked the Homicide Division, the FBI Violent Crime Task Force to enter into the investigation to assist. All right, and we continued our search trying to track Ms. Scott's whereabouts along with anybody she may have encountered during that time. Our evidence is pretty clear that she was in communication with an individual. That individual appears to meet her very shortly after she leaves her place of work. And very shortly after that, she disappears off of the footprint. We have a lot of digital evidence, video and other, which provides us with this individual by the name of Keon, K-E-O-N, King, K-I-N-G. We believe this individual, and through our evidence, we were able to charge this individual. The district attorney was able to charge the individual. You'll hear from them shortly with kidnapping at this point. It's very important to know we're not done our investigation. We need to find Ms. Scott, figure out where she is, or what may have happened to her to cause her to completely disappear from all her items, her phone, her Instagram, social media sites, and everywhere else, work. She left her car at that location. So it's very important that this individual, who does have prior history of being arrested, especially for this very same thing, this year was charged with kidnapping another female acquaintance. That case was dismissed from court, and I'll explain it. It's going to be refiled now as we're going to move forward to attempt. So he's being really charged with 2 cases today of kidnapping. And in that case, it involves assaults that occurred during the kidnapping. So this is a pattern of behavior. That vehicle that you've seen, the Toyota Camry, was his vehicle, all right? That vehicle's not recovered, all right? Some of the stuff he did as we attempted to find him was he got rid of things like the car, the phone. We're not able to find things that he was using. He had an address in Southwest Philadelphia. He had other addresses that it looks like he's not using anymore. So he attempted to elude us for some time. He did come in last night. He's here being processed, but there's a lot of questions we still have. So we're asking the public's help. We need it more than ever. This car, you'll see a better picture of it. We sent it to you digitally. It's a gold colored Camry, 1999. It has heavy front end damage on the left front bumper. All right, that's being described that way several times. We know it's been in the Mount Airy area. We have photos of it in Center City. We have pictures of it in Grace Ferry area and in Southwest Philadelphia. So it's possible that it could be anywhere. It could be outside the city. So if somebody sees this, thinks they know where this car is, it's very possible it doesn't have this tag on it anymore. So if you see a car like it, we're urging you to call police, have it investigated. Any information on this, you can call our tip line, 215-686-TIPS, 8477, or the Homicide Division directly, and give that information. All right, I'm going to turn things over to ADA Teslowski, who could speak a little more about the charges and potentially other charges that he's facing.
Thank you. My name is Ashley Teslowski. I am an assistant district attorney in the homicide unit. I became involved in this investigation last week when the investigation was turned over to the homicide unit. So I became the assigned ADA when detectives Rob Daly and Joe Kremen took over the case. The first thing I want to say is that PPD and our federal partners and Detective Daly and Detective Kremen have done an amazing job to get us where we are. Today I'm joined by Tracy Washington from our Victim Services Unit and also Bob Listenby, the first assistant of our office. What I can confirm is that our office, as of the early morning hours into the early morning hours this morning, did charge this individual with charges, the lead charge being kidnapping. You know, as we've said multiple times at this point, we do not know where Ms. Scott is. So at this point, our lead charge is kidnapping. What we're able to confirm and what I was able to charge based on is what we know, which has already been said, which is that this person, Mr. King, is the last person we believe to be in contact with her, and that he was in contact with her when she went offline, meaning her phone, everything. So at this point, the investigation has led us here, and we're able to charge him with kidnapping. recklessly endangering another person, use of a communication facility, meaning his phone. We were able to track his phone and communications on his phone. He's being processed as we speak. When I picked up this investigation, one of the things that our office also learned was that he did have a previous case. It was a 2025 case for very similar conduct, strangulation and kidnapping. That case had been withdrawn by our office based on the witness failing to appear at court. I pulled that file, and he was served on that as a part of our conversation with him. Him being here and being processed on the new charges, he was served for that, so he will also be facing a preliminary hearing on that previous kidnapping case as well. So at this point, he will have 2 open kidnapping cases that will face preliminary hearings in the coming months.
Immediately after the press conference was over, law officials started receiving tips, one leading them to the Ada Lewis Middle School, which is now currently closed, but it's directly across the street from the Aubrey Arboretum that they searched last Friday.
Investigators showed us shortly after that press conference aired, they got a credible tip that led them to this middle school. It's in Aubrey Park. As a lot of you may know, this is in East Mount area. It's really close to where the search happened last Friday with hundreds of cadets, canines, drones at Aubrey Arboretum. That search didn't yield anything. Police say that they had credible evidence that led them to that area. So now they said that they were brought back here today to Aubrey Park and the former Ada Middle School, which again has been closed since 2008, because they got a tip to come here after that press conference. They said they found physical evidence here really only about an hour or so ago that puts Kada Scott in this location sometime after her disappearance. And police have been searching ever since. There's a huge presence here. More officers, canines, still drones. They're searching the several acres that's behind this old school that's been shut down. They're looking for Kada. We're hoping for an update on this case soon. But again, this all happened because this morning police announced that they made an arrest. They charged Keon King with kidnapping. And they said from that press conference, from showing his picture, from showing the car they're looking for, that 1999 metallic gold Toyota Camry, from giving all of that information, they got a credible tip to come here to Ada Middle School, shut down. You can see one of those canines is back there that's been searching this area, and they found physical evidence, and they continue to search this area in hopes of finding out what happened to Kada Scott. We are hoping for an update soon. We'll of course bring that to you as soon as you get it, but I just wanted to update, in these couple hours after the press conference, how fast this is moving now, and the fact that people listened. Police put a call out for help. They put it on all the news stations here in Philadelphia. They gave the suspect's picture, they gave the car, and it led them to a credible tip, and it led them to physical evidence being found here. As police continue to try to figure out what happened to 23-year-old Kada Scott, we're hoping to get more answers soon.
While recording this video, more breaking news happened. The vehicle that they showed in the news conference, they were able to locate it, and inside of that vehicle, they did find items that belonged to Kada.
Chopper 6 is live over the Gypsy Lane condos in East Falls, where the 1999 gold Toyota Camry was found this afternoon. It was just this morning that police said they were searching for that car as part of the investigation.
Well, that car was found just hours after police said they found personal items belonging to Scott at an abandoned school building in East Mount Airy.
And authorities did mention they have not found her body. The investigation obviously fluid.
This is the abandoned school where police were called to just a few hours ago, and they found some evidence. I want to bring you up to speed what we're seeing right now. There is still a van parked in the back, and what they're doing is we've seen crews actually boarding up windows. There are a lot of broken windows and holes here. We're not sure if the evidence was found inside the abandoned school or not. There's only one officer left here at the scene.
Let's just hope that after today, that more people call in with more tips, and that the tip that they found today at that closed middle school will help them get closer to finding Kada. My thoughts and prayers are continually with the family in this difficult time. Kada's life matters, and through some miracle, I pray that she can be brought back safely. So please don't forget to let me know your thoughts and continue to pray for this family. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.